Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. In the studio, we are honored to have with us folks associated with the Dubois County Substance Abuse Council and the Ferdinand Police Chief from Ferdinand, Indiana. And joining us in the studio is Janet Schnell. She is the coordinator for the Dubois County Substance Abuse Council, and Ferdinand Police Chief Ricky Patton. And today we're going to talk about the Substance Abuse Council and the importance of what you do. And we'll get that firsthand from the police chief. But first of all, Janet, if you could, explain what is the Dubois County Substance Abuse Council?
We are a granting foundation that helps give out grants back into our community to fight substance abuse related problems. We have 3 different areas that we provide granting through: prevention and education, treatment and intervention, and law enforcement. That's what would be under criminal justice.
Okay, and you're funded actually by folks who are criminals themselves or who have been charged, right?
Correct. Our monies come directly from people who've been convicted of substance abuse related crimes. And what we're trying to do is give back to the community so that people don't get to that point where they are abusing substances. And so there are different programs that we offer to be able to help with that grant funding, again, to reduce substance abuse in Dubois County.
Okay, now what is the grant cycle for your organization?
This next year in 2015, we're running on a new grant funding cycle where we will be accepting grants the second Tuesday in September. So the grant, there'll be a pre-application that's accepted in August, and then you will get that acceptance, and then the agencies that apply will then give an oral report in the second Tuesday in September of 2015.
Now you mentioned agencies. What sort of agencies benefit from the Substance Abuse Council grants?
We have many agencies. In just last year alone, in prevention and education, we had over $21,000 that was applied for through TRICAP, Dubois County Healthy Partnership, the Community Corrections, police departments, Chamber of Commerce, Crisis Connection, and Southwestern Indiana Child Advocacy Center Coalition. And then we also have in treatment intervention, where there was over 18,000 that was requested with Memorial Hospital, with Morgan Siebes Solutions, the Dubois County Probation, the Memorial Hospital again on the behavioral health unit, and there was where they apply for things like with different programs. Then in criminal justice, we also have the Sheriff's Department, who are active members, Jasper Police Department, the Ferdinand Police Department, and the Huntingburg Police Department. They all asked for money, and that was over $21,000 again.
Okay, now we're going to talk with the police chief about how important is this grant to your police department?
Well, being a small enforcement agency like we are in Ferdinand, I mean, money is what it all comes down to, and anytime we can get any assistance helping buy the stuff that we need to purchase, it's more than welcomed. And through the substance abuse and their grants and stuff, they've actually helped us with over $3,400 worth of aid grants in little over the last year and a half. And it went to purchase things like alcohol, PBT, preliminary breath test kits for the officers, digital cameras that the officers use every day, daily in their enforcement, evidence collection, and such as that. It was digital cameras, which made it simpler than the process of having to go with the film and lengthy procedures, where now we can just go straight to our computer systems, transfer it to a DIS for prosecution aid and such as. Then also our most recent grant from them was for drug test kits, from anything from your narcotics to marijuana to the bath salts and everything else. It was an actual kit for all of our officers that work the road. That's 3 examples of how they helped our department, and different ways they help other departments in the area, and it's just a good thing.
I was going to say, your department is probably no more unique than Jasper or Huntingburg, and that money is always tight.
Exactly.
And so if you can get money from another source, which is available, why not use it to buy some of the little things that can save then the town or the city money or the county money?
Exactly.
Has this, is this granting easy to do?
It's a learning process. So of course, the coordinator here, Janet, she'll assist us and help us, and as much as she can. I mean, we'll turn it in. She'll kind of correct us if she sees need, but it's nothing complicated. It just takes a little effort, and the money's there and it's available if the agencies will apply for it.
Okay. Janet, if you had a magic wand, what would be the one thing you wish you could do with these grants, or not do with these grants? Obviously, you want to help people with these grants, but what could you do to get more people involved in the granting?
I think, first of all, my number one wish is that I had stated earlier how much money is being requested. I wish we could actually give out a lot more money. Mm-hmm. Working with, as in instance, with the Ferdinand Police Department has been a great collaborative experience, because not only are we giving them money, but they also give back to the community. They give back to the Substance Abuse Council. We've been working with them to find out what area is it that we have the highest substance abuse use in. What do we need to pay attention to? What are some of the new things that you see coming in? Because the Ferdinand Police Department's right beside the interstate where they see a lot of drug activity. We don't want that coming into our community. So it's the collaboration. First of all, it's getting more money so that we can help support agencies, but also that collaboration that we get and be able to give back to the community. They come to almost every single one of our meetings, and Ricky does, and Robert, and they provide a lot of information at the meetings, just talking about where are the substance abuse problems and what can we do to combat it, because we don't like these things coming into our community. We want to stay a safe, secure community, and it's working collaboratively with everyone is what we found successful.
Well, we all live in a community where we don't have any problems.
We like to think so,
We
right?
like to think that, don't we?
Yeah, we like to think that, and we're not here saying that we've got an abundance of problems. I know in Ferdinand we're very fortunate, but as Janet said, we do have the interstate there, which could potentially be a gateway in the future, and knowledge is the key to staying ahead of this stuff.
Well, either one of you can answer this question. What would surprise our TV viewers that we don't realize is in our community and is a problem and they should watch for? That's kind of maybe a tough question. Is it the bath salts? Is it marijuana a problem? I know all of them are, but what's one that would surprise us, or that people don't think about?
Well, I'm not going to venture out and call anything out that some of the other agencies may be working with or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, I think we have the same potential as any other community in America.
And it's here.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, and it's here, and probably would surprise people.
Probably one of the things that we need to pay attention to is that we live in Dubois County, which is a great county that we watch out for each other, but we also live beside other counties that have a high rates of meth manufacturing. Mm-hmm. That comes back into our community. So we in our community have done a really good job keeping it safe, but we have to also realize that people can travel outside of the community and go and get substances that aren't good for our community.
Yeah, okay. And not trying to pass on to anybody, but the interstate's a gateway from bigger cities like Louisville and Evansville, and trying to stay clear of our problems here locally. But I know in Louisville there's been a heroin problem and stuff, and that to me that kind of shocks me, because heroin was a drug of the past, everybody thought, but it's re-entering some. And
still out there.
Yep.
Well, so if somebody would like to give money, obviously they can do that. Is that right, Janet?
That would be great. Oh, absolutely. Yes, we were always accepting of money. We worked with the Dubois County courthouse as where we're primarily out of. They collect our money fees, and then we're able to distribute that so that our account is our budget is set up every year working with them to give out the money for our community. So yes, we're always accepting of money, because again, that's something that we can give back to the community. One of the things we're working on together right now is a drug-free community grant. And so we're looking at possibly trying to bring more money back into our community. Again, this is for grants. This is to give back to our community.
So this is you, the granting organization, going after a grant yourself to get
Correct.
more to grant.
Mm-hmm. A federal grant.
Is there anything either of you'd like to add?
There's information below we have a fantastic website, Dubois County Substance Abuse Council, wjts-in.form.org. You can find lots of information how to apply for the grants. We even have a grant sample, so if you're not sure how to do it. And as Ricky had said earlier, I am more than happy to look over your grant application and offer tips of how to improve it. We try to make the grant application as easy as possible because they can be a little troublesome, any kind of grant. So we want to make it as easy as possible, but there is information that we need to have. So again, in August next year will be the pre-approval, and then September we'll be giving out grants again.
Think about it now. Get prepared. Thanks to both of you for coming in, being on the show.
Thank you, Bill.
We have had as our guest the police chief from Ferdinand, Indiana. That is Ricky Patton. Also joining us is Janet Schnell. She is the coordinator for the Dubois County Substance Abuse Council. Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.